Welcome, parents. My name is Joe Van Aram. I was the Bible teacher this week at Youth 1 here at Lake Lundgren Bible Camp 2019. I just want to say thank you so much for sending your kids to camp. What an amazing place, what an amazing week, and God did some big things this week. Just want to tell you a little bit about what we did in chapel, so if you want to follow it up. We talked a lot about a treasure hunt and what are we seeking after. On the first night, we used the Samaritan woman and what she was seeking after, and we asked, what are you seeking after? And we talked a lot about that. That might be a great follow-up question for you and your son or daughter. On the second night, we compared the prodigal son to the elder son. How the prodigal son ran from God, and the elder son seemed to do everything right, but he never came to the party. We both need Christ. This week was very gospel-centered, and on Wednesday, we talked about how we need to admire the prize that God gave us. And so we talked about how we need to preach the gospel to ourselves. Every day we need to remind ourselves that we drift away, we scatter like sheep, but yet we have a God who went to the cross for us. And because of that, we can live a life of no condemnation. We talked a lot about what the gospel is, and that might be a great follow-up question for you and your son and daughter. What's the gospel, and have I accepted that? On Thursday night, we had a very fun chapel. It was down at the waterfront. And what we talked about is focusing. Your kids will probably do this a lot. We talked about setting our hearts on things above, setting our mind on things above, and how when you focus, you can accomplish much. When you don't focus, you can accomplish little. And then in the very next verse, we asked the Holy Spirit to help us to do some demo, to take out of our lives sexual immorality, lust, evil desires, greed, and impurity. So ask your kids, what do those words really mean? And are there some things that they need help getting rid of? And on the last night, we talked about how do you take this treasure where you are? And so we talked about what do you smell like? Because we have the aroma of Christ. We shine like? Because we're in jars of clay. And how do we tell people the story that God put in us? What was our life before Christ? How did we meet Christ? And what is our life like now? That God can use us wherever we go. Thanks again for sending your kids to Lake Lundgren Bible Camp. My life was changed back in 1985 because of this. I want your child to be changed too. Let's see what God's going to do with us in the next 12 months because we went to Lake Lundgren Bible Camp. Thanks for sending your kids.